In the near future, the crime rate reaches unthinkable levels in South Africa, so the government buys a squad of robot cops known as Scouts. These robots are built by the Tetraval company, who promises the Scouts have a bulletproof guard key system created by Dion. This means only the company can update their software, and no hacker in the world can break into them. Tetraval also manufactures a bigger remote-controlled robot called Moose, which was designed by veteran Vincent. He's against artificial intelligence and believes robots are safer when a human is in control. One day at the factory, Scout 22 is brought in for repairs. While working, the engineer points out this robot always gets damaged whenever it's sent out. Once he finishes repairing the broken part, he turns the robot on, and Scout 22 arms itself before going back to work. Meanwhile, a group of thieves led by Ninja is speeding their way out of the city because the Scouts are looking for them. After hitting a car, they manage to escape and meet with gang leader Hippo. He makes his men take the team's weapons and van, while furiously scolding them for failing their latest job. Hippo wants them to compensate him by getting him 20 million in 7 days, or he'll kill them. He puts his gun in Ninja's mouth to make him swear he'll get the money, then he shoots one of thieves to prove he's serious. At that moment, some droids find them and send the location to the Scouts, who soon arrive in a helicopter. Hippo and his gang open fire and activate impressive explosives, while Ninja's team get in the van, but it's missing the keys. The Scouts reach the ground and start firing back, hurting many gang members. 2 human officers also join the gunfight and use Scout 22 as a shield to move ahead. More and more gang members are killed, and Ninja searches their bodies for the van keys. The man that has them tries to escape in a car, only for a Scout to shoot the vehicle down. Ninja shoots at the helicopter and hits the engine, forcing it to fly away. Then he checks the crashed car to finally get the keys for the van. At the same time, the cops try bursting into an old building, and Hippo receives them by shooting a rocket launcher, which severely damages Scout 22. Then Hippo escapes through the window, while Ninja and his friends do the same in the van. Unfortunately, America gets hurt by a bullet on their way out. Since the gang is defeated, the raid is presented on the news as another victory for the Scouts, and the government orders 100 more. Vincent complains to CEO Michelle because she keeps cutting his funding, but she has no interest in Moose. Dion is called to the repair shop, where an engineer is working on Scout 22. The attack caused the battery to fuse with its chest piece, which means it can't be fixed. Dion orders the engineer to recycle any useful parts and get rid of the rest. Back to the thieves, they arrive in the abandoned building they use as a hideout. While Yolandi takes care of America's wound, Ninja gets a call from Hippo reminding him of the time limit to get the money. Their team discusses how to proceed without getting in trouble, and Yolandi theorizes that someone from Tetraval must have a special switch to turn off the Scouts, so they need to find that person first. A quick internet search tells them who created the Scouts. Meanwhile, Dion spends his free time working on his newest project, while his robots serve him and take care of the house. After several hours of coding, he finally manages to create a program that will give the Scouts artificial consciousness. Desperate to test it, Dion runs to Michelle's office and tells her about his new invention, explaining this could make robots smarter than humans and capable of write music or poetry. Michelle isn't interested because they're in the business of weapons and defense, so she denies his request for testing. A very frustrated Dion decides to get Scout 22 and a bunch of tools like the guard key, which opens the programming for updates. He hides it all in his van and leaves company without getting checked on by the guards since he has rank. Dion barely drives for a mile or two before Ninja's team blocks the road. They break the van's windows and force Dion to come out before knocking him out. Moments later at the thieves' hideout, they wake Dion up with some water. Ninja punches him to force him to cooperate, so Dion tries to explain the Scouts are always on, and their software is the only safety measure. Since Ninja doesn't believe him, he threatens him with his gun, only to be interrupted by America, who has found Scout 22 in the van. After taking a look, Ninja tells Dion that if he wants to live, he must program Scout 22 to work for him. Dion warns them about the new untested software, and the team agrees to try anyway. Afterward, Dion begins working on fixing Scout 22's broken parts. At Tetraval, Vincent discovers that the guard key is missing. When Dion arrives, he's very disappointed to hear Chappie talk and act like a criminal, so he makes him promise he won't do anything illegal. Then he comes up with different activities to stimulate Chappie's mind, like reading a book and painting. This is seen by Vincent, who realizes where the key is and leaves while thinking of a plan. Chappie practices his painting and makes a perfect drawing of a car. The sweet moment is interrupted by Ninja, who pushes Dion to the ground and starts kicking him for making Chappie a softie. He even takes out his gun, but Yolandi pushes him to stop him from killing Dion, who escapes in his van. Yolandi tries to explain to Ninja that Chappie is like a kid, but their argument is interrupted when America gets a call telling him about a potential job. Desperate to speed up Chappie's training, Ninja and America take him to another gang's base and abandon him there. Thinking he's a regular scout, the gang immediately starts attacking him by throwing things, hitting him with pipes, and even setting him on fire. However, Chappie refuses to defend himself because of his promise. As soon as he has an opening, Chappie runs away. Moments later, Chappie is still trying to make his way back to the base. He takes a break by sitting on rock, and a stray dog approaches him, so Chappie gets to pet it. Suddenly, he's surrounded by Vincent and his men, who have tracked him down thanks to the company's tracking system. Vincent hits him with an electronic device, and Chappie instantly shuts down. He wakes up later in Vincent's truck and tries to shake the men off him, so Vincent responds by cutting off his arm. Then Vincent opens the panel on Chappie's head and removes the key while saying he isn't a real person, he's just a bunch of wires. Since he doesn't need him anymore, Vincent gets ready to cut Chappie's head off too. Thanks for watching this breakdown of Chappie. I hope you're enjoying this deep dive into the world of this unique sci-fi film. There's still more to uncover, and we'll dive even deeper in the next part, where we'll explore how Chappie's journey evolves and the twists that make this movie unforgettable. Don't forget to see part 2 for the full description of this movie. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss it. Drop a comment with your thoughts so far and let me know what you're most excited to see next. Until then, keep hunting for great cinema, and I'll see you in the next episode on Cinema Hunter. Take care.